You're being super flippant and you're not even making any sense.
You're gonna have a live stream fight with your spouse? I feel like take that off the internet.
Is this the same husband she had this nervous breakdown over 1 year ago?
Dude, they're both probably absolute dog.
What are you doing?
Calling the police.
Why?
Because you're doxing at this point.
What a waste of police resource. Wait, how is he doxing her?
At this point, I'm heavily suspecting it's all for drama and clicks.
I think that's one of the things where it's like we're having like maybe a legitimate fight, but we know if we have it online, we can like make some money off of it.
Talk about problems. Hey, what the is wrong with you, bro?
I don't know. I feel like it's one of these things where I don't really care to feel bad for either of them. They've decided to reality TV show themselves. I think Amouranth should just Josh block. That's what I think, guys.
You should do this every day. Your view numbers have tripled.
Dude, look at that. I feel like that's like a little almost like a self-report. We should do this every day. Your views have tripled. Yeah, that maybe is a motivating factor for them to do this. Let's get this going, dude. I'm just kind of curious about whatever's going on with Amouranth. I was kind of looking through her live stream because I'm like, oh, I'll watch their live. She argues with her husband and it gets a little crazy, like the police get called. I was like, I'll just watch the live. Bro, it's like legitimately they argue like the entire day. It's like an entire day live stream on Kick. I'm not kidding. It's like a fucking 25-hour live stream plus another hour post. Like I don't know. I'm not watching that much. I'm not that curious about this person. Okay, this person's also kind of a loser. So yeah, let's go.
Amouranth has been fighting.
We gotta watch the new Bo Blacks. This is the new Bo Blacks. Bo Blacks needs to stop freaking out on Twitter. Just stop arguing with people on Twitter, okay? You kind of made your bed, now lay in it. Just get your shit together and move forward. Like, stop being weird. Just do your Twitter verses. Apparently this guy used to edit for Bo Blacks. They do internet verses. Like, just let that happen. Just let him do his thing, man. And you know what? If he's better than you, let that be motivation to be better. That's all you know what I mean? Like, if you're afraid of competition in your space, that doesn't exactly bode well for you. You know? Get your shit together.
Amouranth has been fighting with her husband live on air for over 24 hours straight. What started as a dispute
Guinness Book of World Records? I don't know, man. Part of me feels like it's performative. I don't know. For attention.
Between how to take care of their 7 dogs has escalated into a multi-day long argument with at one point her husband bringing up how she kisses black men while they're dating.
Amouranth's husband pressed her about giving a H-Day to Aaron Pogson, a producer from Fresh and Fit in the Park. The producer? Damn, that's almost worse. Black dude. Not because he's black, though. Okay, listen, I gotta explain myself. I feel like this is like a man thing. You know, like, maybe it's a woman thing too, but how you, like, I can't be a black guy. You know, or I can be a skinny guy, but I can't get skinny fast. And I can't be a dude that's throwing a big schlanger. Right? If there's a person that has traits that you can't have ever or quickly, I'd get insecure. So if my wife was like, "Oh, I want to give an HJ to a black guy," I can't be a black guy. So what is it about the black guy that's making you like, what are you doing? You know, especially since like I don't know Amouranth, but I don't read her as the I like somebody, so I do them. I read her as the a black guy. You know what I mean? Like she's got those vibes. Where if it was like, you know what I mean, like she hate fucks black guys or something, or she thinks that there's something taboo and degenerate about that. There isn't, but she just reads as the kind of girl who feels that way. You know what I mean? So, or maybe I'm just a little racist, and I don't know. I hope not. God bless.
Of course, naturally, people think this is fake, given that there was the whole drama with her husband a couple years back. The same one that she originally accused of forcing her to do things like OF, etc.
Yeah, I felt bad for her, but I don't know, man. Like now, how much of all this is performative? I don't know, man. I don't know.
Etc. Regardless, the fight is insane to watch, and you don't have to be a fly on the wall because the whole thing is live streamed for us. Welcome to the internet versus Amouranth and her husband. It starts when Yeet tweets out this clip with the caption, "Amouranth and her husband, Nick,"
Dr. Umar, forgive me, that's funny,
"have been fighting for hours on Kick. Still happening now if you're interested."
No, I'm in a sane one, Nick, and you were in an insane mindset.
No, you're just, something is mentally unhinged for you right now because normally...
No, it's literally you. You are unhinged. When you know that we're being swatted, you're at least concerned for the dogs, and you're almost...
Why? The police gonna shoot the dogs in the head or something? What?
I was not
concern in this case because one, I know that the dogs aren't in here, so there's nothing for me to be concerned, and I know that they aren't free roaming outside.
They're like on the patio, and then
Either on the patio concealed.
Trumps can jump over things.
Trumps? They named their dog Trump? What? What a loser. What the hell?
I don't have to be concerned if I didn't hear a shot go off. What the fuck?
Why
are you retarded?
First of all,
whoa, dude, you can't be using that language, dude.
no, this is you being retarded because here's the thing.
Whoa.
Right? You're being super flippant and you're not even making any sense. You just said you're not concerned because no shots are fired. Bro.
Hoodie replies, I'm gonna be real. They both sound like shitty human beings after all this shit.
I mean, probably they're married to each other. They both probably suck. You know, I don't mean to be rude, but, you know, they're both probably pieces of dog shit.
Nathan replies to the clip by saying, bro, she is like fucking dumb. Bend Over says, y'all so dumb if you believe this is real. All that these streamers do is content.
I mean, that is possible. It is so bizarre to have this performative, like I don't know, you're gonna have a you're gonna have a live stream fight with your spouse. I feel like take that off the internet. So even if let's say the fight is real, I don't know. I feel like the recording of it is fake. If that makes sense. It's like you could have taken it offline. You didn't need to. It's like you guys knew what you were doing. That's how I feel, because I would have been like, all right, let's take it offline. We don't need to be doing this. Unless in the back of your head you're like, oh, like part of me wants to continue this altercation or even make it worse for attention.
It's all scripted, everything is staged. Iku replies, is this the same husband she had this nervous breakdown over 1 year ago and said that he practically forced her to prostitute herself online, etc.? Are they back together? What kind of sick shit is this?
Well, I mean, in general, it's your decision if you want to get back together or whatever. I'm not going to criticize you for that, but there's just something that's very strange and performative about Amouranth. I mean, they're just being a content creator in general. There's a level of performative nature to it, but...
And Anisi Enigma says, yes, it is. They never separated. This whole thing is a circus show. Jake quotes the clip by saying, kids used to watch Nickelodeon. Fearbuck tweets out, Amaranth's husband pressed her about giving a HJ to Aaron Pogson, a producer from Fresh and Fit, in a parking lot, and attaches this clip.
Can we talk about you kissing black men while we're married?
That is not even true.
Okay. Can we talk about you kissing black men? Yeah, let's talk about it right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that.
We can talk about that, sure.
Okay, let's talk about it.
You had me go on Tinder dates that I didn't want to go on, and then
He had her go on Tinder dates?
you started calling me while we were at the karaoke bar a lot.
Me if you could have an open relationship.
That is no.
Oh, you didn't?
You were wanting an open relationship.
No, did you ask that, okay, maybe I will sleep with Aaron? Did we say that?
That is
never?
not.
You
No.
never asked that?
No, I did not.
Oh, well, listen, I'm going to be fucking real with you, dog. If she asked you about it and you were like, yeah, sure. This is what it sounds like. I don't know. You're in an open relationship? I don't give a fuck. That's on you, man. Like, you can't be like, oh, yeah, sure, let's do an open relationship. And then get upset when somebody does the open relationship part.
Oh, okay. We're gonna lie to your chat now. Okay.
We're literally not lying.
And you didn't give him the hand job in the
I
parking
did
lot?
not.
I don't care. I mean, I don't care then. If you were like, I mean, if you guys were having a conversation, to me, because I've been in an open relationship before, if you're at a stage of being in an open relationship, you're probably just using that to subsidize the lack of love in your relationship. That's just how I kind of interpret it, you know, which maybe I'm wrong, but maybe that's just what I did. But it's like, why are you in an open relationship? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Correct. I did not
didn't
do
drive
that.
up on you guys together, you giving him a hand job in the parking lot in Chinatown.
These men can't even find that would make us money of such acts that you are claiming right now. Yet you're saying I would do it off stream for no money.
That's my thing. Yeah. Wait, nobody wants to fuck her on stream for money? Damn. Well, not on stream, but you know what I mean.
Yes.
You're retarded.
Oh,
whoa!
Because porn stars never have sex off fucking...
Action Man says, I mean, a little HJ, no big deal.
I guess. I mean, if they're in an open relationship, who cares?
But let's be honest though, nobody is usually just giving an HJ. It's possible, but unlikely. Essence replies,
I don't know, man. Sometimes a nice HJ from the wife is not so bad. But, you know, I also get a little bit of that. I'd also like a little bit of that stimulate, that little nipple stimulation. Okay.
He looks like a sweet husband, but that's one of the cons when dating an OF.
He looks like a sweet husband? Okay. You guys are dumb. People are so annoying. It's like, oh, she's so bad. He's like a sweet guy. Dude, they're both probably absolute dog shit. let's just be fucking real. You guys married each other. You're probably both terrible fucking piles of shit.
F bitch, they're fucking retarded.
sorry.
Rella
Whoa!
replies, well, clearly she wanted
Like, here's my hot take. It's not even a hot take. If you're with a shitty person, you're probably also shitty. All right, and I'm not going to the area of abuse. I don't know. That whole thing happened in Amouranth. You could feel bad for her. I don't know what's going on in their relationship. They have she has a pattern and a history of being kind of a shitty person before that, and then he happens to be a shitty person, and like, you know, I don't know. There's a lot going on there. I'm not, but in general, if you're married to a shitty person, I mean, or if, you know what I mean, you're probably also a shitty person.
from someone who's actually fresh and
decimated.
fit. Because what the fuck is this? Attaching this picture of her husband's shoes. Mighty Keith quote tweets this clip by
That's true. Nice shoes, dude. Okay.
saying, what am I hearing right now? And Anastasia replies, dude is married to a corn star and then gets mad she does corn star stuff? Bro, grow up. Design tweets out this clip with the caption,
Kind of based.
Amouranth is seemingly accusing her husband of wanting to have her killed after a 12-plus hour argument. It all started when the husband complained about a dog chore
About getting killed? What? What?
and quickly spiraled into a massive on-stream airing out of all their dirty laundry that seemingly has no end.
When this fight started till now as today, you said you were unhappy long before I ever said, you know what, I could see it if you did want me killed.
So she could see it? What?
I could see that.
I mean, that's a little relatable. Not really, though. I love my wife.
You said you were unhappy before, so you're
No,
not trying to
so
act
I
like
say I'm
me
unhappy,
assuming
and that
is
means
the
I have you
reason.
plotted a kill?
No, it's
That is unhinged, though. Just because he might be unhappy doesn't mean that he wants her to die. That's fucking. It's actually insane. That is actually fucking crazy.
me thinking about all the shitty things you say to me.
Okay.
Like the last time we argued, you said, I wish I hadn't saved
Look no
you
further
so you
than
wouldn't
I
be
actually
attached to
saved
me.
Saved him from what? What?
Your life. But maybe I was actually plotting.
Yeah, so you're threatening to divorce the woman that you claimed to love so much that you
If
saved.
I was plotting, I wouldn't divorce you because then I wouldn't get anything.
You want,
make no sense.
well, you prefer a financial split, though. You want financial
means I
split
definitely
or
don't get
divorce.
anything.
Yeah, I mean, listen. If they get divorced, it's interesting. He seems to be the one that wants to get divorced, and she doesn't want to do it. Listen, they deserve a financial split. Okay, he deserves half or some kind of percentage of her money. Listen, if it goes both ways, okay. It goes both ways. All right. If you're the kind of person, if you're with a dude and they get famous or they get, you know, listen, okay. I gotta communicate better. If you're a girl and you're with a dude and they get rich while you're together, I think that you're entitled to some of that money because, you know, you're their support structure in whatever capacity it is, you are their support structure. Okay. So I believe that you deserve some of that money. But other way too. If this is something that was generated in there while they're together, he deserves some of that money because he was her support structure, you know? So it sounds like she doesn't want him to leave because she doesn't want to lose that on that bank. But you know what? That's life, baby.
Because it's outlined. Look, right now, if we get a divorce and you die, your parents get your half. If we're together and you die, I get it.
What does that comment mean? That's unhinged.
So then I would never say that if I was trying to have you killed.
They continue their thread by saying, here's the moment that started the whole 12-plus hour altercation between Amouranth and her husband, attaching this clip.
What? What the fuck was that?
Sounds like he still gets half. Who cares, man? She got so much money. Who gives a shit?
Oh, here we go again. Oh.
Didn't Amouranth make beer out of her pussies? Can you do that? I would drink my wife's pussy beer. What the fuck? That's fucking awesome. Can you really do that? I'm totally down with that, dog. What the hell? That's awesome.
Is her life just dog chores now or what?
Dog chores?
We haven't done any all day.
I know, but we gotta do like fucking 7 in a row at night.
Only because of the fucking fence right now. Otherwise, it would be out in their yards more because they have the stuff reconstructed. Why do you just complain?
Okay, I totally got that push
You
off
have to
with
help
this
me if
last.
you don't want to. You can go smoke with them on your lounge and I'll deal with it.
I complain in order to make things better.
Well,
True.
we already
Actually, kind of based. Complaining, you call it complaining, I call it setting boundaries. Setting positive boundaries, dude.
Past to making things better, that's what they have to do this.
Terrence replies, fake. She pulled this shit a year or two ago. And Design says, if anything, this proves that the drama from 2 years ago was real.
Does it? I guess.
Who's posting the livestream fail subreddit? Amouranth calls the police on her husband live and attaches this clip.
Even though he will think he can do it because you're offering a lot of money, it doesn't mean that he's going to be able to do it at the meticulousness that we're accustomed to. What's up? What are you doing?
Calling the police.
Why?
Because you're doxing at this point. It's dangerous.
What?
Because you're doxing me? What?
You have reached the Houston
What
Emergency
the fuck?
Center 911. All call takers are busy at this time.
What a waste of police resource. Wait a minute. How is he doxing her? What?
Call will be answered by the next available call taker.
Not me.
All right, here we go.
Houston 911, you need medical?
Cankadur94 says,
I'm not understanding. What is she calling the cops for on him? For doxing her? What?
2 days later, I'm finally free. I can put on clothes now. And Zermis replies, 2 days after that, I'm back with my husband. I love him so much. And Voidbearer says, Amouranth will do anything for social media relevancy. She even has an OF account to prove it.
You know, here's my thing. With this whole Amouranth situation, I'm not saying that what happened to her like a year ago didn't really happen. But what I am saying is who cares? Like, I don't think it's worth caring. Like, this person obviously doesn't have particularly strong or proper boundaries. I don't know. They're like an online person where like they monetize their relationship drama in such a weird way. They have like poor boundaries set. Who cares? Like, I know that sounds so mean, but like, it's not even worth, you know, getting into it. It's just so many different variables that are going on. Who knows what's going on? I don't know. Like, they're having a fight online. Why not turn your fucking stream off? Doesn't make any sense to me. Turn your goddamn stream off.
Boforizzle says, dude, the fact that anyone watches this train wreck is beyond me. And Fresh Wealth replies, I recently learned a lot of the views for ladies like this come from places where corn is illegal, and this is the closest they can get. And Blockout Primitive replies, bro, imagine sitting there with your D out ready to beat, and then she randomly walks away for 2 minutes or calls the cops. Tough life living in Texas, man. I Am Phlegmatic replies, from Dobby Free to calling the police live. Some things
Oh, Dobby Free. That's fucked up, dude.
never change, huh? And they do says, they are very bad con artists. And Miss Rising replies, but very good actors, because I don't think any of this shit is real. Not from what I've read. Key Appointment says, it's crazy how you can make this insane amount of money and still be so emotionally unstable, illogical, immature, like two adults who haven't developed logical communication skills.
Yeah, true. I mean, you'd think that they would have figured out how to communicate with each other, yeah.
Imagine being so materialistically rich and still being bogged down by these silly problems. And Fogoticus says, at this point, I'm heavily suspecting it's all for drama and clicks.
I don't know if it's all for drama and clicks. I think that's one of the things where it's like it becomes sensationalized for the clicks. It's like, okay, we know we're having like maybe a legitimate fight, but we know if we have it online that we can like make some money off of it. We're gonna have a long live stream. We're gonna be relevant in the whatever. We're gonna be relevant. People are gonna talk about me. Oh, that's positive. People are going to sub to the OF because that's like a real thing. Like dudes are disgusting. So if, you know, people are willing to look at somebody like Amouranth and be like, oh man, she's popular again. You know, maybe I'll check out the OF. I mean, that's how guys are. By the way, not really worth it, in my opinion. Just my professional opinion, though. Okay, just in my professional opinion, not really worth it. if anybody was curious.
And Fresh Wealth says, seems like it worked. We all clicked, didn't we? Apollo Tiger Wolf replies, gonna need some context. And Cookie Waffle 95 replies, her husband is saying she killed her brand by saying anti-trans / Jewish stuff, so they're having a painful convo about it on stream. And
oh, is that what it's about? Oh yeah, she said something weird. I remember seeing it, but I didn't like see it. I saw it on Twitter, but I didn't really care enough to like look at it. I figured it was just her desperately trying to stay relevant. Because it makes sense that Amouranth would say anti-trans stuff. And the reason is because she is somebody that conservative dudes would fuck or jerk off to more than like progressive people, because she's like fake. Like she has fake tits, she's fake this, she's fake that. That's something that kind of resonates with like that old school kind of conservative guy that likes, like, you know, You know, bimbos with big boobs that don't really have anything to offer. I don't really get it. I like fucking natural tits, natural saggy tits, but old school guys, like guys that are probably like in their 40s and 50s, maybe like even my age but older, like because I'm probably in that transition generation, but I feel like younger people now want like a natural body. They totally would jerk off to that, and that's like all conservatives to me. All that's like conservatives. Like I don't know why, but that's like more conservative, older conservative leaning men. All the ones I know, cops, they like big fake fucking balloon tits. You know, I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. Maybe it's because they make themselves look more like objects.
Theo Golf says, ah, yes. Seems like a very valid reason to call police and totally not a waste of their time. Kick Clip tweets out, full. Amouranth calls the cops on her husband after he charged at her during a 20-hour stream argument and attaches this clip.
That's fine.
Regardless.
I'm not unokay with being observed.
Okay, great.
I'm unokay with you pointing the camera.
Well,
in my
then
face.
leave. I'm not going to follow you.
So you're literally just going to be super defiant, is that right?
Super defiant. That is a weird thing to say, though. I think that needs to be stated. That's a strange way to talk about your spouse. That is weird. I've never said to my wife, "Oh, so you're going to be super defiant now, huh?" That's just very bizarre behavior. Or that's just a very weird way to talk about your spouse.
Talk about problems. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Leave. You can
Whoa, what was that?
talk about problems. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Leave.
What is she doing on the computer that would prompt that? It doesn't make it okay, but like, what is it? What is happening on the computer that made him feel like he needed to do that? I'm curious.
You can move. You can go away.
I wasn't in camera view. You moved the camera view to me.
Bro? What is wrong with you?
My dad.
You got.
Ma'am?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's one of these things where like I don't really know. I don't really care to feel bad for either of them. They're kind of just they've decided to reality TV show themselves. They're not really worth typical moral consideration to me. I know it sounds shitty, but it's like okay. I mean, they're people, but like this doesn't seem very people-like behavior. Bro, the only type of fake boobs that are acceptable are those unnecessarily large, weird anime fake titties that are just like so obvious, but it's like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean, dude? You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah, we're live streaming. You just having a tantrum argument.
They continue the thread by saying, moments before attaching this clip.
You like smoking cigars actively. Why do you compare things that you can't compare? Why are you insane?
You know what does the cigars have to do with anything?
We have 7 dogs. Are you honestly?
And none of them have shit in the house. Crazy,
Yeah,
right?
they have shit all over the outside.
Yeah, that's what dogs do. Where do you want it to go?
They have.
Okay,
what I'm saying is that.
I mean, dogs do be shitting outside. I'm not really sure what is happening. Are they just looking for reasons to argue with each other just because they hate each other so much or something?
7 of them.
You chose to get 7. I wanted 5.
And yet you're
7 dogs? I say why don't you just have a kid, but also don't have kids. I don't think they should have kids.
saying I hate them. It's so weird.
Oh my god!
I didn't say you're doing. You hate them. I chose to do it, but you also
I
took care of
literally
them.
told you
But you hate them.
that you
but
can't
you don't like
complain
them.
about them. You agreed you wouldn't
You're
complain about
bipolar.
them if we got
I hate
7.
them. I don't
You're
like them. I
crazy.
agreed to 7.
You suggested 2 more.
Sure, that's me being whatever.
Wow. I hate to be rude, but I just don't care. I don't know. It's like, oh no, they're crying and getting upset. Okay.
Couples
Men's
expert
perception
just
of
tipped
was
$1.
far more important.
You should
than
do this
why
every
you
day.
think
Your view numbers have tripled.
Contora replies,
Dude, look at that. I feel like that's like a little almost like a self-report. We should do this every day. Your fucking views have tripled. Like, yeah, that maybe is a motivating factor for them to do this.
not good what's happening right now to her. I sent a super chat in case she needs help with legal funds. Astro Cyborg says more fake shit from her. Donations must be low. Vito quotes the clip by saying, if a woman ever calls the cops on you over something this stupid, get out of the relationship immediately. The Virgo guy tweets out, Amouranth's husband says they were making $2 million a month from OnlyFans in 2022 to 2023, and he's mad she's only making $1.2 million a month now from OF and Kick. Attaching this
Damn, only 1.2 mil. How the fuck do you make that much from Kick, dude?
clip.
The amount of money we make with both, with the exception of the last 2 months, has always been less than what OnlyFans alone used to make in 22 and 23.
Yeah, that's how life works, man. That's like this guy. This is one of those weird parts where it's like this guy might be, to be charitable to Amouranth, putting some kind of weird expectation onto Amouranth. I'm not saying that she's innocent here, but like, yeah, that's how content creation works. There are going to be times where you're going to be doing well, and there's going to be times where you're not going to be doing well. That is just how the atmosphere works. And that's it. And so it's very possible that behind the scenes, he's actually being like weirdly and obnoxiously toxic about how she's not doing as well as she used to be, even though, again, that's normal. That's just kind of how things work. You're not like, especially 2022, 2023, it's not quite the peak of COVID, but it's still COVID-ish. There's still some more people home, more people jacking off, probably more depressed, more people with, whatever, maybe some of that stimulus money is still there. Yeah, it's just life, man. Sometimes you're in the up and sometimes you're not in the up. And that's just how life works.
2022 and 2023 and 2021. Back then, OnlyFans often hit a monthly of $2 million. Last month we did over 2, but this month and every other month under the kick contract.
Wait, if they did that much last month, doesn't that kind of like almost prove that Amouranth's transphobic bullshit actually worked out for her, which makes sense to me.
Kick plus OnlyFans did about 1.2 to 1.3, sometimes 1.5. Actually, kind of frequently 1.5.
StarCraft 2020 also posts this clip on the R Livestream Fail subreddit, and Spooner Love replies, "How horrifying. I'll keep them in my prayers." A semi-aquatic bird replies, "I genuinely have no idea why anyone would give the slightest concern that Amouranth went from making over $2 million a month to making $1.2 million a month. Her tits are about as authentic as the drama she comes up with to get views." And Rocket Mad Riot replies, "The question I have is, what are they even doing with the money? Earning that much would make us so many comfortable for life, and also
maybe they're investing in the down stock market. I thought I blocked.
It's streaming. Fame can be taken away very fast." And a
oh yeah, that stimulus money was crazy though. Like when I started streaming back in the end of 2020, like I was making $1,500 a week because people were donating so much, and I had like an average of like 100 viewers. People just donate like ridiculous amounts of money for no reason. It's crazy.
Aquatic Bird says, "Who knows? I don't watch her or have any knowledge of her finances. Personally, if I were in her shoes, I'd do the OF thing for a few years and then buy a mansion in the mountains and live off my investment returns."
Wow. Thanks for letting us know, boss.
I can't speculate what they do with the money. Fearbug.
If I was in her position, I would be significantly depressed with myself. Because like, who wants to be Amouranth?
Tweets out this clip with the caption, "Amouranth breaks down in tears after arguing with her husband over 17 hours on stream."
All your citizens can know your position on this.
What is your problem?
Strongly enough, they have to swat.
I cannot deal with this anymore.
Can you imagine that?
All your dad
She's
would.
actually defending the
Just
guy
tip
who
$1.
swatted her. I catalyzed.
What guy swatted? I'm so confused. How is she defending the guy that swatted her?
Just kill me, please. It would be so much easier.
Random just tip
I
$1.
can't do
Guys, I make $1 million a month. Please kill me. It'll be so much easier. Oh my god.
this
Man,
anymore.
shut you are community member.
Yelling at me.
I think Amouranth should just fuck Josh Block. That's what I think, guys. Based or no?
Blood.
I can't deal with it. You won't leave. You won't shut up.
I'm
What
talking-
did I do? The cops won't help me. No one can help me.
Destiny little Steve.
Cops won't help her. Why wouldn't the cops help her? Maybe it's because it's kind of like an unnecessary. Maybe it's not something worth helping. Oh,
Talking in a room.
I Am Empress Fox replies, "I feel bad for her. She should walk away. I can only imagine what it's like off camera. She's at her breaking point."
maybe. I don't know. I mean, like it does seem like he is very toxic though. If he's that worried about her making less money when that's kind of the ebb and flow of the content cycle, he probably is toxic in the background. I honestly wouldn't doubt, in all honesty, everything aside, the performative nature of everything aside, as obnoxious as she's coming off in this video, as entitled as she does come off in this video, etc., I will say that like it's totally possible, and it's maybe even likely that like he is a shitty person behind the scenes, especially since he seems to be way too aggressive about like how much money she is and is not making. I think that the unfortunate thing is though, is like I struggle to care. I hate to be that guy, but I just struggle to care. It's difficult to give that much of a fuck about her considering everything going on and like the performative nature of like of live streaming it. I mean, you could say like, oh, maybe she's doing it to protect her. I don't like. I've a lot of other things going on in my life. You know what I mean? I mean, how many times can we have this crash out here? It seems like he's open to getting a divorce. Just get a fucking divorce then. You know, if it's such a bad. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I understand being treated poorly. Very clearly, you don't love this person. You guys are talking about being in fucking open relationships. So, fucking just get a goddamn divorce already, you know? I don't know. Split 50-50. You don't need the money anyway. Who gives a fuck?
Marlou replies, because she got caught at
I mean, he's probably also partially like her manager, so that's probably part of it, too.
owing another dude, and she's married. You feel bad for her? Twitch News replies, how the fuck can someone argue for 17 hours? What the fuck? GP Hustler replies, this isn't fake or scripted. It's real and it's obvious. You couldn't script this behavior from them, and it sucks to see. I hope they separate and find happiness away from each other. Tyler Duran replies, Amouranth.
The husband did an interview with a channel called Pearl. It's really good and goes into wired context. I mean, what one person's perspective on a toxic couple? I don't think I care. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I care enough to delve deeply into a like performative toxic internet relationship. You know?
Breaks down in tears. Meanwhile, she's making sure the stream stays on and captures every single minute for attention. StarCraft 2020 as well posted this clip on their live stream.
Just to be clear, the criticism that like she was live streaming it for attention, like that goes both ways. We have to understand that. That goes fucking both ways because he's the manager. If he's sitting here bitching about fucking views and shit, like he's complicit in that behavior as well. That's definitely not just like a one direction. That's definitely just not just a one direction fucking thing.
Fail subreddit. And Elisa Shen replies, how many times has she called upon the internet to tell us about her bad husband, but it still keeps being with him to this day? It literally makes no sense other than it's for attention. With this many police reports, you would think it would be...
Well, it's possible that that he provides a lot of value as a manager, and so that would obviously complicate that relationship if they did get divorced, you know?
Easy to get a divorce. And Al Hamal replies, wouldn't be surprised if she was abusive back to him. Not to justify...
He could be. Could also be reactive abuse. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's like, you know what I mean?
Any of it towards either of them, but there could be more to the story. Also, weren't they married before she became rich? He would probably get half if there's no prenup. E tweets out this clip with the caption, it is absolute pandemonium on Amouranth's kickstream right now.
But Club, just asked you to leave, and we're at the
It's absolute Hey, listen, if you want to turn your life into yummy slop for Papa Gut, dude, what do you want me to tell you?
same place we would be.
I know.
It will not help.
Chief Bomb just tipped $1.
There's nothing
Chat,
I
should
can
I ban her?
do. I'm just fucked.
No, hey, we can figure it out, okay?
She's now talking to the person.
Joe Peach just tipped $1.
Thank you,
Joe Peach
Joseph
just
Peach.
tipped $3.
Whoa!
Motherfucker, this is Joe Peach.
I feel so bad for you, Amouranth. Here's $1. I hope you feel better. You know that's how these fucking simps are acting. I feel so bad for you, Amouranth. Here's $1 for you.
I'm coming for your ass.
There's a post-nup they recently signed. Who gives a fuck, dude? You have so much money. Who gives a fuck anymore? I don't know.
I'm not even doing anything.
I'm not saying you're doing anything. I'm facing an argument, you dumbass. Obviously, everyone can see we're on video. Shut up.
Yell at me some
XQC
more.
just tipped $1.
You mean, how did I get
Chief Bomb
upset that
just
you thought I was going to have you
$1.
murdered and you
Watch
said that
Drank
to everyone
on
on
Twitch.
I wish you would now at this point. It's ridiculous what you're putting me through.
I
But not
feel
just
like
shut
I'm
the
justified.
fuck up.
$2.
I feel like I'm very justified in being upset that you thought I was going to have you murdered when I saved you.
You were upset before this.
What did he save her from? Like, I don't know. What does this mean, the saving thing?
Sport for him.
Shut up.
And I still saved you!
Last time you were mad at me, you told me you wish you hadn't saved me because then we wouldn't have this bond of me being
Because
attached to you.
$1.
What does this saving thing mean? What the fuck is this say? I need to understand the context of this whole savings thing. I don't get it at all. It's so strange to me.
You
Or
want to
because
divorce
you...
me. Pick what you want. You want to divorce me.
You're slandering
Which
so
one?
hard.
I can't do anything
You're
apparently.
slandering so hard.
Leave her alone.
I said, I
Leave.
wish, that, some...
What's the, like, how did the husband save her? Is there any context on this? He shot the dudes. Lee allegedly saved her by intervening in a confrontation with armed intruders at their home. During the incident, while Amouranth was being restrained, Nick reportedly retrieved a firearm and engaged in a shootout with the assailants, forcing them to retreat. According to news reports, neither Amouranth nor her husband sustained life-threatening injuries. Is this real? 3 people broke into their house for crypto? Oh. Okay. What? Is that real? I don't know. Okay. All right.
someone else that saved you because
I think you should respond to your OFDMs. Probably not. It's probably somebody will. She probably pays somebody to like respond for her, if that makes sense, right? So usually when you're jacking off, just so you guys know, and this is going to be the case with Amouranth too. Just because you DM some kind of person, just because you're sitting here and you're DMing an OnlyFans person, doesn't mean it's actually them talking to you. It's probably some dude that they paid to like manage their account. So you're actually probably jacking off thinking about the husband, if anything, to be fucking real. Just keep that in mind.
Weird attachment to like
Weird attachment to my husband.
Just tipped $1.
Great.
Hey, Amouranth,
bro.
can you help me get
rapturing,
unbanned from Kik?
like
In Cybertruck.
I don't know, man. I feel like, they're both shit, but I feel like they're both shit, but I think he might be worse. I just, again, struggle with empathy. I think I need iDubbbz to help me out with that one.
Says, technically, his best option is to leave her for another younger, calmer, go-lucky girl now that they're rich.
Why? How does it get weirdly sexist? You should leave her for a younger, calmer, go-lucky girl. Like, why does it have to go to that place? Like, he just need a like, I don't know. It's just weird the way people talk. You guys are weirdos.
She knows this deep down and it's causing her insecurity, which is expressing itself in these outbursts. But that's just my take on it. Mr. B replies, they're both insane. I wonder if they have drug problems. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives Kiko and Southside. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
Okay, well, that's a thing. That definitely happened. Curiosity over.